Are you wanting to make a career change, but you are concerned about being judged? This is something I hear quite often. It's certainly something I dealt with personally myself. What I can say first and foremost is you actually really truthfully will be judged. It's a guarantee. Your fear is actually quite valid. So once you know that, it's kind of like, okay, well, what do you do with it? Because here's the thing. Whenever we step out and do something different than what we've ever done in the past, we've done something completely different, we really are opening ourselves up to feeling judged. And that's often, why we do feel these fears inside of us. Second of all, if you are putting yourself out into the world in a more public way, I can guarantee you, somebody's going to be judging you and will come along and criticize you and attack you. It's kind of a given. And although we don't want to, focus on these things and just sort of wait for them to happen, it's also really important to know strategies for when it does happen, because it is likely to happen and we're human beings. We feel hurt and, you might feel hurt if something happens. So what do you do with that? Well, first of all, go back to why you're doing what you're doing. This is why I talk about vision and having real clarity on that all the time, because it's in these moments where you're feeling attacked and maybe starting to, kind of doubt yourself a little bit. That's when it's really, really important to anchor in, why am I doing what am I doing? What impact do I want to have? How do I want to change my life? How do I want to maybe change, something in the world? There's a cause or something I am working for, because that can become bigger, and it does become bigger than any criticism, any judgment. But that's why having those pieces really, really dialed in and being really specific about those can really help you in those moments. Second of all, if somebody is judging you, know that it's about them. You've triggered them in some way. You've triggered a part of themselves that they actually haven't healed. And so it's not about you. And it can feel very personal, right? But it's really not. If that person is healed that aspect of themselves that's triggering them, they simply wouldn't respond. The more we heal and the more we work on ourselves, the less we are triggered, the less we respond, because we know that if something is triggering us, it's really a moment for us to ask ourselves some deeper questions. It's not about the other person. It's never about the other person. It's about our own insecurities and parts of ourselves that we haven't healed. So it's really important to remember those two things when you come up against this, and just accept it's just part of the process. And then we can kind of take the energy away from it. We can take the emotion away from how we're feeling in those moments. So I hope this video has helped, and I will talk to you soon.